Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast right here on FanStream Sports. I am IndyCarTim, and that guy next to me, bouncing around his microphone, trying to keep it straight and steady in front of him, live from Overland Park, Kansas, PGA of America member, Mr. John Gerber. Hello, Johnny.
What is up, buddy? What is up? You looking sharp with that
Johnny.
with the gray in your beard. Is that a summertime thing? Most people shave their beard, trim their beard down in the summer. You just let it roll.
What's the point, man?
Is that gravy? Is that gravy that comes down, or what is that?
No, that's just the coloring.
I haven't seen you for
a complex now. I'm about to go color it again. Everybody's been talking about it.
Yeah, I haven't seen you for over a month, man. You know, so when we have that disconnect, I always gotta make sure your hygiene is good.
I mean, I wipe.
Dude Wipes. That might be a new sponsor. Dude Wipes.
We need to. We need to.
Dude Wipes. Hey, listen, if they can sponsor damn Jason Duffner, they can sponsor us.
They can sponsor Pat McAfee. They can sponsor us.
What was our sponsor we had for over a year? What was that shave company that we had for a sponsor?
Manscaped.
Yeah,
they never paid us, so I was like, screw y'all.
They didn't. They gave us a bunch of free stuff.
Oh, we got a ton of. Yeah, by the way, their free Manscaped thing, the Manscaped Lawnmower 2.0 that I got, lasted about 3 months before it broke. So maybe until they start sponsoring us, I ain't going to speak too highly of that.
Damn Obama.
It just got to, thanks a lot, Obama. It got to where it wouldn't hold a charge anymore, so I couldn't use it. I was like, what the hell, dude? I just got this.
They don't have no Apple iPhones. They were in that Samsung.
I just don't understand Samsung people. Johnny finally joined the realm. Boys and girls, golf fans from the Ruffians. Johnny finally got himself an iPhone. Welcome to the real world, Johnny.
And it's amazing how many people every time I don't know how that works. Like I didn't know if like Samsung, when you get it, goes to blue or green or whatever. Yeah. And I texted people and like, oh, you got an iPhone. I was like, how in the hell you know that? He's like, well, welcome to the welcome to the cool club. I was like, dude, I've been cool for a long time. I don't need to get an iPhone. And slow down, Lightning. Slow down. Listen, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a trendsetter.
You did not set the trend for iPhones because this is your first one, right?
Well, sometimes, when you go in, when you go to like Sam's Club and you say, hey, man, I just want to get some cereal. And you come back with $500 worth of shit. That's what happened.
Right.
It's just, you go in and you say, man, I just want.
Went into Verizon.
No, it was AT&T. We got AT&T. Okay. We got AT&T for all of our stuff, our studio stuff, everything like that. So I was good for some upgrades and stuff like that. And I was just like, hey, man, I'm just going to go in and I'm going to get the iPhone because I have a teaching system on my phone that only is you can only put on iPhone.
Yeah.
iOS. It's like, okay, I just want to get it. And, it's like $5 a month and that trade in, you know how all this stuff works. Yeah. So I'm sitting there. I think they do this shit on purpose. So I'm sitting there and it's like, okay, it's going to take us a while to transfer your stuff over from your Samsung.
Yeah.
Man, next thing I know, man, I got goddamn 2 new iPads, iPhone. I got so much.
Your watch, Apple Watch.
Man, I got an Apple Watch.
AirPods.
No AirPods. Well, it comes with some of the stuff. I'm like, what? I was like, I walked out of that place, man. It was like Christmas. It's like, what is going on in here? And nor do I know how to set any of this stuff up because it's all interchangeable, which is great. Yeah. And you don't have to do any of this stuff. Now I got all this hardware. I've got all this Samsung stuff and I got all this Apple stuff. And I'm just confused.
Welcome to the real world, Johnny.
I'm as confused as I am of last week at the PGA Championship of Xander Schauffele winning this golf tournament. I'm confused. So
he finally did it. We didn't get to do a recap show because Johnny was playing golf in the rain.
Yeah, nasty.
But yeah, we didn't get to do a recap show for the PGA, unfortunately, because it would have been a good one with Xander winning his first major after we've been going on for 6 months, how he never will.
No, but what did we say? What did we say when you had our picks last Wednesday? You said this may be the time.
Yeah.
He's so scarred. It may be. You picked him. You picked him.
He's been playing well. Mm-hmm.
You picked him. And how many times? You know, it's just like that girl. It's like the hot girl that you ask out. Well, I only have to ask her out one time, and she's cool with it, and she goes out. But sometimes guys got to ask her out. It's the law of averages, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's just like,
and it eventually happens.
Fuzzy Zeller, he wins the Masters the first time. That's me. You go to Xander Schauffele, it takes him a long time to ask that girl out. It just takes a long time.
A long time for her to say yes.
But did you not to dive too much into it, because we got such a great event to dive into with the Colonial, is he almost gave it. I mean, was there a point that you says like, man, he's going to do it again? Because I thought that.
I will tell you this.
I thought that.
During the entire fourth round, the entire final round on Sunday, at no point until he actually won it did I think he was going to win it. When Bryson came back and ended at 20 under, and Xander was at 20 under, and Xander needed to go to 21 under, needed the birdie on 18 which is an easily birdieable hole.
Not in that situation. It's not.
Well, not for him, but when he
bogeyed 10, the par 5.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, here it goes.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. You can't bogey that hole. I mean, par is the worst score you can have on that hole. Yeah. But then he came back and birdied the next 2 holes. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, here we go. And then at no point did I think his up and down on 17 and 18 for par and for birdie was like, man, that just
I just never thought he was going to win it until
he a sack.
Yeah, until he did. So, like I said, when DeChambeau got to 20 under, I just knew that either Schauffele was going to par, or to send it to a playoff, which DeChambeau was ready. He was over there staying loose, watching Xander's entire 18th hole. Right there on the huge monitor in front of him at the driving range. But until he sunk that putt, I was just like, dude, and he barely sunk the putt. It went around the world before it went in. So,
yeah, and this is listen, like Bryson DeChambeau, like him or not, and we had Bryson, I had Victor Hovland. So again, devil's chasing me a little bit, but how entertaining was Bryson DeChambeau? I mean, this is a reason why
that guy. Miss watching that guy.
And I hate to say it, this is a reason why you got to have these big name players and the merger with Liv to come back on board because of this right here. 100 because of this right here.
Yeah.
And hats off to Bryson. He was the first. Well, when he came back, he was warming up, and he was right there to congratulate him. He was, and he made an effort to come back there. So hats off to them. Whether you like him, I think Bryson has gotten better over the years in terms of kind of grasping his who he is and the PGA Tour. But this is a reason why you need these big names, and the PGA Championship for years usually hasn't had the luster of these other majors, but I think this year certainly has, with the big name players that we had and the drama that we had. I don't like the scoring, how low it was. I don't really like that. It is a major championship, and I get it. They're giving them opportunity. I just don't like how it was set up. But man, the storylines and the competition, and with Bryson coming down to the wire, certainly didn't disappoint.
No, and unfortunately, like I said, we didn't get a chance to do a complete recap on it. It would have been fun. We had some memorable statistics and some memorable runs from some guys out there on the course there at Valhalla. But it is what it is. We're going to move on. We've got an important tournament here. Immediately following the major, a lot of people say, those are kind of letdown tournaments. Man, they are never letdown tournaments for me, especially when you are on the hallowed ground at Colonial Country Club. One of my favorite local courses. It has surpassed, to me, the Nelson was my favorite of the two for years and years and years. But Colonial has surpassed it probably in the last 5 years as my favorite local tournament at Colonial Country Club, the Charles SCHWAB Challenge. I still can't say that with a with a clean conscience. But we do. We call it that because Charles Schwab paid a lot of money for that, and I have a very good friend that's an executive with Charles Schwab, so we're gonna.
She's awesome. She's awesome. You got to trust. You got to trust Chuck. You got to trust Chuck. She is an awesome human being. I miss him. You can take that.
Me
down
too.
Now. You messing up my face. You don't see him anymore.
Every now and then. How you don't like that?
I said take it down.
Every now and then.
Thanks.
Don't talk to me like I work for you. I do, but anyway.
Right.
No, I mean they live about an hour away, so I don't get to. We have to plan when they used to live 2.5 minutes from me, across the street. Yeah. So we have to plan stuff to go see Jason and Katie, and they're in Roanoke now, out very close to, or a lot closer to Colonial, than I am here. So she'll be out there working the course. She's always at Colonial. She's one of the ambassadors for the company, but I think she's only going to be there on Thursday this week. They're expecting some AWC. Sorry, AWS. Oh, that's the stupid commercial I see all the time. AWS.
Amazon. Isn't it?
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
AWC out there in Fort Worth, as we're getting some all day today here in Dallas. It's been not, I didn't have power for about 3 hours at my house this morning. Yeah, it's been wicked, rainy, flooding. I had to take detours to get here to the studio because the residential streets that I take to get here when I don't want to ride on the tollway flooded. I mean, it took me an hour and 20 minutes to get here. It's usually about a 35-minute drive.
And that's rare this time of year. It's usually not really that rainy like it is in the early or a month ago. So yeah. Well, we'll get some, hopefully it cooled the weather off there because in the next 4 months it's going to be eggs on a sidewalk. You can cook on those things, man. So I don't miss as much as I love Dallas, as much everything I love it there, and I feel Columbus is my first home, Dallas is my second home. I certainly don't miss that 3 months in the summertime. That is just you can cook some bacon on the street. I don't miss that at all.
No, it's about 94, and of course with the thunderstorms, it's humid as all get out here. So
yeah,
what are you going to do? It is what it is. But let's talk. Hopefully the weather cooperates a little bit out in Fort Worth. So let's talk a little bit about the Charles Schwab Challenge at the Colonial. As the PGA Tour now returns to the Lone Star State just a week after Valhalla, and that, I describe it as a pretty exciting. I know Xander led most of the way, but to me it was still exciting because you really never knew what was going to happen, and it was the PGA Championship. It was a major, so always fun to watch. But and you know what? And I'm going to throw out this, and I told you, and this. I tell everybody, it's no secret. Starting on Thursday and Friday, I watch the ESPN Plus coverage, the featured groups, the featured hole. I kind of switch back and forth. If there's a featured hole I want to watch, I'll watch that. If there's featured groups that are together, I'll watch that. Man, I cannot talk highly enough about ESPN Plus's coverage of that on their special paid platform that they have that you have to subscribe to in order to get the coverage. It's, man, starting early Thursday before the groups tee off, you get a good preview. You get to see them out on the range. And the coverage is just amazing. So if you guys don't subscribe to ESPN Plus and you love golf, that right there is reason enough to subscribe to ESPN Plus. They're not a sponsor, trust me, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's worth every penny just to get that coverage.
And I agree with you 100%. And as much as good as you say that is, and I 100% agree with you, the opposite side of the spectrum, ESPN Bet tried to do some things for the PGA, and I cringed. I literally cringed on these guys that don't know shit about golf, that want to try to handicap this stuff. And I'm like, if I had a text and I wanted to send some stuff to you, I was like, what are you guys doing? These guys don't know anything about golf. And it was proven. You could tell that these guys didn't know anything about golf. I was like, guys, pay the money to get somebody in there. Hey, 614. I won't say because you yelled at me last time. I'm not going to say my cell phone on the air. But get somebody. Listen, get somebody that knows. Get somebody who has some credibility on there and that can speak. Listen, I'm right here. Listen. I am pay for play.
You would be
I have
better.
Been paid for play. Better is not even close. I'm the number one golf handicapper in the country. Listen, we've proven that. This isn't something I'm touting. This is fact by numbers. I don't know what they were doing. It's embarrassing. It was embarrassing what they did when it comes to that ESPN bet. Embarrassing. So, like I said,
what happens when they try to spread themselves too thin and get into golf coverage from people that don't cover golf. You
can't listen. Handicapping sports is you're not good at every sport. Like you're not. There people who just bet football are really good at. They can't bet football, basketball, baseball. Guys don't do that. You get specific in sports. Yeah. You don't have enough time to cover everything and be knowledgeable about it. These guys shouldn't do anything. Now, are they good hosts? Yeah, probably. But they should not be talking about these things in terms of betting. They need to hire somebody. Ding, 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 ding. I think I'm pretty good on camera. I need to lose a little more weight and I hit that gymnasium a little bit more. But that being said.
It's the makeup on those cheeks, those red cheeks of yours.
No, it's not makeup. It's just.
No, I said you need some.
I don't have good lighting here. You got to come back here and get the lighting ready. But
we'll get it fixed for you.
If they're going to continue to do that, and I think they're probably going to do it for the majors or whatever they cover, U.S. Open for sure. Like, whether it's me, whether it's somebody, whether it's Drew Stoltz, whatever these guys that are really good at this, that know PGA members, that know like guys, come on, like do it better. Do it better than what you did, because what you did in ESPN Bet was embarrassing.
I agree 100%. It was just bad. We look at the winner from last year, Emiliano Grillo, although I hear people saying Grillo, which so I will continue with Emiliano Grillo, Pad.
That's what they said at ESPN Bet. That's what so you go ahead and if you want to say
maybe they know more than I think they did.
No.
Of course, he beat Adam Schenk in a playoff with Scotty Scheffler finishing third, just barely missing out on that playoff last year. And it's been a pretty hectic week as Scheffler returns, and I've already alerted the Fort Worth Police Department about his impending arrival here in the DFW area.
Too soon. Too soon.
All of the local police departments are on alert to watch out for him. I hope for his sake he shaved his beard so that the mugshot doesn't match his actual face. Because he's just going to be looking for trouble again, and we don't need that in our town, sir. You just go back to Austin or wherever the hell you came from. You don't show up your face in our town.
He lives in
Dallas.
Dallas.
All I have to say about that. We'll go back to that Texas University thing, but down there, that horrible school that's down in Austin.
The community college down there?
Yeah, the University of Texas Community College. It's in Austin. Yeah. You can go back down there. I'm getting dirty looks from Colby too.
I'm sure.
But it's gonna be. There's some big names, man. Some really big names coming this week that I'm really excited to see. Scheffler's gonna have a lot of his U.S. Ryder Cup teammates. Morikawa, your guy Morikawa is gonna be here. Jordan Spieth, Brian Harmon, my guy Max Homa. I'm really hoping I could. If Max makes the cut, and I think he will, we may get together Sunday. We may get together Sunday afternoon after the.
Well, are you going out? I know last year we covered the Byron Nelson, and we were going to try to cover the Colonial, but we had some stuff going on. Weather was bad.
Yeah, I'm not going to the tournament unless he's in the mix Sunday, and then we can go hang out afterwards Sunday because his family's not here, so he's bacheloring it this weekend.
Well, Joe T. Garcia's is always a good place to hang out.
We may go have some margaritas Sunday after his round's over. Hopefully his round's not over until the last round, but we'll see.
I love him this week. I love him.
Yeah.
Love him this week.
I wish Daly was playing this week. I might be playing.
Well, after his stellar performance last week, after one round in WD.
He got hurt, which means he ran out of beer. He stays
hurt.
He ran out of beer.
He got on that whiskey.
Yeah, he did the Good Boy. That Good Boy brand that he's a part of, that needs to be a sponsor is what it needs to be. We need that Good Boy stuff. Hooters
there in Louisville is pretty good, shockingly pretty good. So I'm sure he
probably owns it.
He valigated there for a few cocktails.
Jordan Spieth back at his hometown here and looking to get back to form. For him to play well in Fort Worth, I think it would mean obviously a lot to the local fans, but I think it would mean a lot to him too to get back to form here. He's got 8 top 10 finishes in 11 appearances, including a win in 2016. So things could be turning around for Spieth. The course, Colonial Country Club, it's a par 70, 7,289 yards with a $9.1 million purse. Johnny, we're going to take a quick break here on From the Rough on FanStream Sports, and we're going to get back to it with the odds, talk about some of the players, their chances, what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, and why we like them, why we don't. And then after that, of course, we'll get into Johnny's picks and my weird, and well, they're not weird this week. They're very familiar this week, apparently. This was strictly unplanned, but you'll see in the last segment as we go through our picks, my dartboard picks and Johnny's educated picks. Might have some crossovers again, unintentional, but we'll do it. And we'll be back to talk about it right after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? It means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. Coming at you on a Wednesday, which means it is Preview Wednesday here on From the Rough. I'm IndyCarTim. That is Johnny the Man Gerber.
I hate to cut you off.
PGA of America member.
I'm sorry to cut you off, and I know you don't like to say things like this, but I'm kind of proud of where we've kind of moved on. You always send these reports in terms of podcasts, golf podcasts, and we always get updates because it's great for sponsors and the reach and things like that. So 2 months ago, with our reach, we got the #1 golf podcast in the state of Ohio.
Yep.
And then we went from #1 state of Ohio just because we have a lot of reach, a lot of followers there. And we were 97th in the country out of, I don't know how many golf podcasts there was. I think it was like
a lot more than 97.
12, almost 14,000 golf podcast. So however you do it, whether you do it just for fun, we moved down to 27th in the country.
Oh, wow. I'll take
27th. 27th best golf podcast in the country. I think that's pretty good.
Well, it's because of our PGA of America member over here, his knowledge of the game.
I think that's just because of gray beard and the production quality of what we're trying to do. But just so that everybody know, like we went from number 1 in the States, and then we jumped up 60 spots. So that's a goal for us. So I appreciate the reason I say that. I appreciate everybody following us, social media, jumping on. We're going to start incorporating a lot more guests coming forward. We love everyone's comments. We got a text line, everything like that. Please tell Tim the text line that everybody can jump on. We love the interaction, and it's only helping us, but love the supporters, love everybody, what we're doing. So we're getting such a great following. We appreciate everybody.
Yeah,
that's why I want to say that.
So obviously, if you're listening to or watching the live show on on X, on Instagram, on Facebook, and especially on our FanStream Sports TV channel, which is our YouTube channel, you can interact with us just in the comments section during the show or even after the show. That'd be great if you're watching it. Or if you're watching the show or you're listening to it on our FanStream Sports app, where we broadcast the live audio of it and the live video at fanstreamsports.com, you can interact with us 24/7 on the studio text line, 214-937-0569. Even if we're not live, if you're listening to the recorded podcast on whatever your platform is, you can text us when you hear something funny or something silly or disagree with us, and we will see it. We check that stuff every day, and we'll see it. We'll reply to you. It's just like a text line. You'll get a reply back from us, and if it's a good enough comment or controversial enough, we might talk about it on the next show. So you guys take advantage of that and stop by and be part of the show.
No, I just want to say, man, I appreciate all your efforts and all your help. These shows on our network, especially this show, doesn't happen without you, brother. So I appreciate everything you do and all of our efforts, and hope everybody enjoys the show. So we got a text already, so that's great.
This is from my future ex-wife, Heather. She's going to Colonial tomorrow. We're already talking about her moving in and figuring out how to shuffle kids around. And so she'll be moving in with me. She might make her part of the show. She might have to be a roving reporter or something. Brady Bunch, you got to get a new show. Maybe a new home. She's gonna be doing our roving reporter topless at Colonial tomorrow. But we appreciate Heather tuning in. I'm gonna tune into her probably a bit later this weekend for sure.
Wow, next show, bro. Next show. Our financial advisor, Nancy Gerber, is still watching. She does watch every week. So you can't get away with these things.
Shout out to Nancy Gerber. We love you, Nancy. Thanks for your support.
And Jerome's there hanging out too. So I appreciate Jerome checking in too.
Jerome gives us all the support we need. We appreciate that very much. And of course, as Johnny said, we appreciate all of the supporters that watch us regularly, that listen to us regularly.
27th in the country. Pretty good. 27th in the country.
27th golf podcast in the country from just little old us here at FanStream Sports. How do you like that? That's incredible.
Yeah. What are we at viewership total? We're over almost 10 million views, downloads a month from our stuff. So it's pretty
from the whole platform. Yeah. Platform wide. So we'll take it, man. We'll take it. We'll take those numbers any way we can get them.
That's right.
So Johnny, some of the players that Heather will see tomorrow live and in person before she comes over later that night. Of course, your favorite, blah, 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 Scotty. Oh, wait, I forgot we have a drop. I'm never on that page anymore.
Scotty Scheffler.
Scotty Scheffler, your favorite at 5-2.
God, no money.
You're not going to make any money if he wins. What's the point?
That's a good point. What's the point is a good point. There is no point.
If you bet on Scotty Scheffler to win, you're dumb. Because you're probably going to win, but why? You're not going to win any money. So whatever, more power to you, unless you just want to brag about picking the winner.
Pride went out the window. Well, that's what you do. So, what are you going to do?
Don't do that.
Can you pick favorite? Is he on? I see he's on your card this week. You picked him. So is that a prelude to what you're about to talk about?
Who?
You pick the favorite every single week.
I do not. I didn't pick the favorite this week.
Well,
I picked the favorite like one time.
That's not true.
Last week. Who did I pick last week?
Xander. He was the favorite.
Who won? Yeah, but he was the favorite at like 12-1.
No, you pick the favorite every week.
I pick a 12-1 favorite every now and then. And then I picked Chris Kirk at like 300-1 one time to win.
Yeah, that's just you do that every once in a while. You got to eat chicken instead of steak, right? That's what you do. Like you got to mix it up a little bit. Yeah, that's right. See, there it is.
With hot sauce on it.
Yeah.
Your boy, your future Eskimo brother, Colin Morikawa.
Oh, yeah, well, no.
Brandon Steele.
That got you, didn't it?
I'm pretty sure there's still virgins over there. I'm praying. I'm praying.
I don't think so. They've been married a long time.
That might be the funniest thing you've ever seen.
I'm glad you liked that. Hopefully nobody knows what that means. You didn't watch the league. Morikawa's kind of getting things together. He's had some. By the way, he's at 12-1. I forgot to say that because I'm so rattled right now.
Yeah. She is a 12 compared to his 1 for sure.
Yeah, there's no question. There's no question. But speaking of rattling off, he's rattled off 5 straight top 25s, including top 5s at the year's first 2 majors and another top 10 at the RBC Heritage. So he's kind of got things going for him. It's not surprising that he's so high here at 12-1. A guy that I think is too high, and you could not pay me money. I would not bet on this guy with your money, Johnny, at 20-1. Because I've already sounded the alarm on him. And I know we talk about him bouncing back at some point, but something is horribly broken, and it is Jordan Spieth. He's where Justin Thomas was last year.
Sometimes there's always some value of home cooking, right? And this is a get right game for him. I didn't think he played that bad last week. I didn't. I loved him last week.
Yeah.
This golf course has changed a lot. So everyone's kind of going into it with the exception of the guys that are a few members there, like the Tom Hoagie and the Ryan Palmer. I don't think they're in great form. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get into our picks. But, the bones of that place is still familiar for Jordan Spieth. You never count out Jordan Spieth when he goes to the Masters. Like, there's just places that these guys feel comfortable. And I don't have him on my card this week. But, again, I'm not so sure Jordan Spieth is close to winning again. I'm not so sure how far off he is, and we've talked about this the last couple of weeks, is he just needs a new voice, man. I firmly believe that. There's nothing wrong with Cameron McCormick at all. But sometimes, man, saying something in a different way. I don't say he's getting rid of Michael Greller, his caddy. I don't think that's the right thing.
Yeah.
But man, you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect a different result. What is that? That's the definition of insanity.
I like other guys.
And
no,
certainly this week, I like other guys this week besides Jordan Spieth.
That's where I was going with that. That's what I meant. And then finally at 20-1, and this is the guy that you just feel like it's right there. It's right there. He can taste it. All he has to do is put 4 good rounds together. And at 20-1, I feel like Max Homa is on the cusp.
I love him this week. I love him. I mean, and he's normally, you pick him every week in some sort of fashion. I haven't picked him yet this week to be on my card. And I think it fits. I just think it fits. It's, hey, listen, he's Cinderella this week. If that shoe fits, if he's OJ Simpson, hey, man, if the glove fits.
If the glove don't fit.
If the glove fits, you can't acquit. You can't acquit. You got to go the other way. It fits. It really fits.
It didn't fit OJ. It fit his kid, though, so that should tell you something.
You must acquit, but now you get him. Take him 22-1, pretty good value. Golf course, it's a plotter golf course. I think he's playing well enough.
Yeah.
And there's not really a huge advantage for a lot of these guys. He's played well here in the past. He loves the golf course. I like him a lot.
He didn't start off here very well, but in the last 2 years there, he's got a T23 and a T9. Mm-hmm. So he's creeping up on a top 5 this season. Hopefully it may be a top win this year. So I'm
and that's on his first couple years on the PGA Tour, he didn't really get acclimated to coming from California to that type of grass, right? So when he got used to that type of grass, playing in Wells Fargo, playing in the Carolinas, getting used to that type of grass in Bermuda, you see his last 4 or 5 or 6 years, how well he's adapted to this type of grass. It's a transition for some of these guys from coming from California to playing this. It really is. And you see his starts the first couple years on Bermuda. And now he's won at Wells Fargo after his 3rd, 4th year on the PGA Tour, and how much success he has had playing in these types of grasses. Mm-hmm. Success at TPC, some of these grasses, he's getting adapted to it. And that's one of the reasons why I like him this week.
The next guy here on our list at 30-1. He finished T18 at the PGA Championship, and he did not play very well. His iron play, I thought, was great, but he couldn't drive and he couldn't putt, and that's going to kill you just about everywhere on every course and every tournament. I'm talking about Tony Finau. He's got some things he needs to work on. He finished second here in 2019 and last season a T4, but his game seems to be unraveling a little bit in front of us.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say with Tony. He has so much talent in the world. Maybe, hopefully, maybe he's bringing his kids and they can go to Fiesta, Texas, or whatever that theme park over there in Arlington and get those kids out of the way. I don't know.
Fiesta,
yeah.
Texas.
Yeah, that's in San Antonio.
San
Isn't
Antonio,
yeah. Yeah, well, But he's a mystery. I mean, take your kids and go to SeaWorld over there, man. I don't know what it is, dude, but he has way too much talent to play how he's playing. He had a little bit of, glimpse of things last week that he thought he was going to be okay, but his misses are terrible. Like when he misses it, he's cutting the ball 40 yards, which is a bad thing. And I don't know, man. I don't know if his off the course scenario is still haunting him a little bit. He was in that lawsuit at the beginning of the year. I don't know if these things, man, a lot of these things we don't know in their personal life. But listen, here's what I do know. Tony Finau's got way too much talent. He's a good dude. He's a great family guy. Priorities in life, maybe not be golf. Maybe not be golf. And I think this is a smaller ballpark for him. It's a tighter golf course for him. And I don't think you can drive the ball like he drove it last week and have some success here. I just don't think you can do it.
No, like I see somebody like Tony Finau either missing the cut completely or finishing top 10. Like I don't see any in between on him at all this week.
Yeah, and he's a mystery. Like the guy has so much talent. I mean, he's one of the best. I would put him talent-wise as top 5 best talents on the PGA Tour. I really do. I certainly do. And he just, I think he's a super underachiever, and I hate saying that about people. But he is an underachiever in my book. That's how much I have reverence for him.
33-1, just behind Tony Finau. Harris English. I like Harris a lot this week. We'll get into him a little bit on the other side of the break because
sorry, Harris, we're in trouble if Tim picked you.
He might appear on both of our cards. 35-1, you've got Siwoo Kim and Sung J M. Out of both of those guys, Johnny, who do you think stands a better chance of finishing better?
I don't think any of them are in very good form. I mean, Siwoo's had some success there. Both had. I think it's a coin flip. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
And then the next two guys here, last on our odds list at 40-1, Brian Harman and Denny McCarthy. And you're probably going to hear both of those names again coming up on the other side of the break because Johnny likes both of those guys. I like one of those guys.
So the one you like and the other two you like, I'm going to scratch off at the break. So we have a chance. So
we already published your picks, though. You can't change them now.
I am grown.
You got to make up for it on
Maybe you should change yours and pick John Daly in both of those spots.
Man, if he was playing, I would. All he has to do is just say he's going to play so I can put him on my card every week. And then he can withdraw if he wants. Just take a spot from somebody that probably didn't deserve it in the first place.
True.
That's all he needs to do. All right, on the other side, we're going to come back and talk about Johnny's educated picks, the picks that will make you money, presented by Golf Central Magazine and Orion Golf, and also my what I call dartboard picks because I literally hang pictures of golfers up that I like for the week and throw darts at their faces. And whichever ones I hit, the first one I hit is my winner, the second one I hit is my top 10, and the third one I hit is my top 20.
Maybe we should put that. Maybe we should do a video of that on the dartboard we have in the studio there, and just take a video, and we'll just
be doing my picks.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So, Gerb, do you know who James Edmondson is?
James Edmondson. Should I?
He's a caddy on the tour.
James Edmondson. Uh-uh.
So our friend Heather, my future ex-wife, we were just talking to, that's her older brother.
Who's he loop for?
I don't know who he's bagging for right now.
Okay.
I've seen his name all the time in publications that I read about tournaments and stuff. So I know the name, but we'll find out on the break, or I'll ask her. Maybe I'll text her and see if she can tell me who he's bagging for right now. But we'll come back on the other side, get into Johnny's picks and all that good and stuff. We are from the Ref right here on FanStream Sports. Stay tuned.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much, if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com. Hey listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. Welcome into our Wednesday preview of the 2024 Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial Country Club in Fort Worth, right down the road from our studios here in North Dallas. And it's going to be a good one. We're looking forward to it. We've talked a little bit about the players, who the favorites are, who the not favorites are, and we could have some adverse weather conditions this week affecting play. And Johnny, real quick, if that's the case, and I'm sure you took that into account, right, when you were making your card, that we're, because you take literally everything into account. How short they cut the grass, how long they cut the grass, what kind of grass, how many trees are on each hole, divided by the systemic ratio of the rough to the green to the second cut, divided by the distance between holes and the width of the cart path and stuff like that. Like literally all of that you take into account.
How many women are out there? Fort Worth is great for women. So Johnny Vegas certainly is not going to play well this week if he's in the field. And they might not let him back in the field this week. I think he ran through some things in the past. There's a lot of beautiful women in Fort Worth. Do you prefer Fort Worth or Dallas better?
Fort Worth.
So just a little geography lesson.
If we're talking downtown, it's Fort Worth.
So we'll give a little geography lesson to people. So Dallas and Fort Worth are completely opposite cities, and they're 60 miles apart.
30.
Don't interrupt me. I'm talking
30 miles apart.
No, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me like I work for you.
It's trying to be factual.
Well, it feels like 60. How about that?
They're 60 years apart. That's for sure.
So Fort Worth So I will kind of compare it to like Fort Lauderdale and Miami because I lived there for so long. Fort Lauderdale and Miami are really similar. They're very close apart. I mean, they're very close, but they're polar opposite places, right? Fort Worth is super laid back. It's people think, oh, Dallas. People think Dallas is country. Dallas is LA. Dallas is Los Angeles to a T. All the California people, they're not the nicest people in the world. You have the boom of business industry, which I love. Listen, I get it. I love it. Fort Worth is the Texas of the chill, of the laid back of. So Dallas, Fort Worth is completely different. Whatever you like, you like. Still, Fort Worth is a big city. It's 14th, 15th biggest city in the country, but it's its own separate entity. So the unfortunate people who's never been to Dallas or Fort Worth, first off, you are unfortunate because it's fantastic, with the exception of 3 months in the summer where it's hot as fish grease.
True.
They're completely opposite. So you either love Fort Worth and hate Dallas, or you love Dallas and hate Fort Worth. There's not really it's a weird, and then you have Arlington in between, which is weird, and that's where the airport is. But like the people in Fort Worth
and the Cowboys and Rangers play in Arlington in the middle too. So
that's right. Yeah. So there's two separate cities. It really is, and you know, I'm kind of the middle person. I like both. I like the chill people. So like there, but we're the anomaly, right? Most people aren't like us, that we kind of like both. People are like, oh man, I hate Dallas. I'm like, okay, Dallas is super pretentious, like LA. Fort Worth is, I don't care if you drive a Honda or a Bentley, it doesn't matter. Dallas is like, well, if you don't have a Bentley, you ain't shit. Like, you know, it's just super different. And
Dallas and Fort Worth hate each other, by the way.
Yeah,
They're a humongous rivalry. So if you're from Dallas, you refer to the area as Dallas-Fort Worth. If you are from Fort Worth, you refer to the area as Fort Worth, Dallas. All right. It's like the Texas OU weekend or OU Texas weekend, depending on where you're from, what side of the Red River you're on. It's the same thing here. It is either Fort Worth, Dallas, or it's Dallas, Fort Worth. And I grew up on the Dallas side. I grew up about, 15, 20 miles north of downtown Dallas. I've been here since I was 3. And at this point, I kind of prefer Fort Worth, and I'm not going to lie. It's Fort Worth has done wonders for themselves as a tourist attraction, as you know, as far as growth and being attractive to nightlife and safe for nightlife. Yeah. Dallas can't say that for sure.
Well, Dallas, but where we live in Frisco is there ain't no.
Well, yeah, I'm not referring to like Frisco or Little Elm, or I'm talking about Dallas proper, right, and Fort Worth proper. I'm talking about like the downtown regions. You know, I can go to downtown Fort Worth, get a room at the Omni, spend the weekend down there, and walk everywhere I go in downtown to Sundance Square, to wherever I want to go, ride a trolley to the stockyards. I will never one time wonder about my safety. I go to a Stars game at the AAC in downtown Dallas. I am terrified for my life walking from the car to the arena. Okay, it's that opposite.
That's
I'm an attractive person that people want to be with, so I understand that. You know.
But you're a celebrity there in Dallas, so people want your autograph and stuff. So you got a little different persona than most people. So people know you there. So that's a little bit different, Dirk.
Yeah, they need to back off. Is what they need to do.
Dirk Nowitzki, you're a little different. But no, just listen. I love Dallas. I'm a massive Dallas fan, but I also like Fort Worth. So
so Dirk and Mike Madonna, Stars star, both have statues right outside the AAC now. And I hear they're talking about one for me. So I said, well, I said, look, the only way I will take a statue by the AAC is if mine's taller than both of theirs. Otherwise, F you. You know, here's what I said. Here's what I said when they were talking to me about it. And they said, Please
clean it up. Please clean it up.
Here's what I said whenever they were talking to me and said it was going to be the same height. I said,
F you, F you, F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
That's exactly what I said.
And that's our great partner, JP Peterson in Tampa, the great JP Peterson show in Tampa, the absolute best sports show, not only in Florida. If you guys haven't watched his show from 9 to listen, I love him, man. He is unfiltered, and he is a legend when it comes to that. And that take you just said, I'm surprised he didn't say the whole word when he says it, because that's just how he is, man.
Well, we're on the radio when we're on his show. By the way, right. I co-host with him on Tuesdays and on Fridays, and we are also we're a podcast here on FanStream Sports, on fanstreamsports.com, and on the app. He's on every weekday from 9 to 11 Central Time, from 10 to noon Eastern Time. And he is also simulcast on terrestrial radio there in Tampa on 102.5 The Strike HD2. So we had to clean up the language a little bit, and we got to remember to do like station IDs like we had to do way back in the day when we were on the radio. So it's a little cleaner than it used to be.
You're gonna have to learn that in the next month or so when you guys
when
you guys jump into your big gig there on
we're talking about it.
105.7 The Fan. Big deal for you guys.
Yeah, 105.3.
We're talking about it. Been gone for too long.
We would love to do it. That'd be great. But so let's get into our picks, Johnny, while they were planting my statue down there at the AAC. And we'll do mine first here, and I won't even bother with your music again. So here's the music we need for my picks.
Benny Hill.
It is. It's Benny Hill. So, Johnny, I pick, obviously, with the dartboard. And at 30-1, I've got Harris English. Kind of talked about him a little bit at the outset. He's kind of been hovering on the leaderboards all of 2024. Kind of seems like it's time for him to get back to the winner's circle. He was a top 20 finisher at Valhalla. He had some really good iron play. He putted the ball really well. And I think he's going to probably benefit from those same skill sets here at Colonial. So I like my pick, Harris English. You'll have other reasons that he might be on yours. Brian Harmon at plus 350 in my top 10. Big fan of Brian Harmon. You always have him on your card, for various reasons. I started paying a lot more attention to him when you started picking him pretty frequently. And I think anytime he steps foot onto a smaller track like this, he's worthy of consideration. Outside of the Players' Championship, he's had a pretty quiet year, but I would not be surprised if this week is a catalyst for summer and he goes on a pretty strong run from here on out. And then finally, Lucas Glover in my top 20 at plus 225. Over the last 3 months, he's fifth in strokes gained tee to green and fifth in strokes gained approach among those who are playing this week. He's a two-time winner a season ago. He has yet really to be in contention in 2024, but I feel like he is right around the corner. So, yeah, I'm looking for big things from these three boys here. As we now transition into, of course, his music's all the way on the other side of the page here from where I am. As we get into Johnny's picks, brought to you by, I'm going to do all this stuff at the same time. Brought to you by Golf Central Magazine. Head over to golfcentralmag.com to get the most current issue. Just came out about a week ago, maybe less than a week ago for June. It's more than a golf magazine. It is philanthropy, lifestyle, travel, suds, food, drink, all of that stuff all wrapped into one. It is free. Go enter your email address over at golfcentralmag.com. It will be delivered to your inbox each and every month for free. And also our good friends over at Orion Golf at oriongolf.com. The best in golf course management. All sorts of options for you over there. Go check out oriongolf.com. Johnny, tell us who you got.
Well, first off, I'd like to apologize to Harris English, Brian Harmon, and Lucas Glover.
I almost had Benny McCarthy, too.
Well, thank God you can't have 4 picks. Listen,
right.
I promise you. Thank you very much. But no, all seriously, listen, we had the winner here last year in Emiliano Grillo, not Grillo. Grillo. We did pick the winner here last year. I don't know what to say, guys. New golf course, routing's still the same. The guys who love this place really love this place. I'm looking at some tacticians that go around the place and kind of this is not a bomber's golf course. You're not going to be able to cut the corners. Weather is going to be a factor. It's going to play soft a little bit, I think. It's hard to say with the new grasses and how they built this place. Gil Hans took this place over almost a year to the date after the golf tournament and did miracles this place. The par threes have changed a lot. The routing's changed a little bit. Other than that, it's still Colonial Country Club. I wish we could have had Chris Kohler on.
Yeah.
He's got a new position at the retreat as the head golf professional director of golf. I'm so proud of him. One of the new up-and-coming places down in South Fort Worth. He'd have been great. He kind of cut his teeth here. He was an assistant here. He would have had a little insight. That being said, Your boy. Thank God you didn't pick him this week. Max Homa at 22-1. Thank you for not doing that. And he's going to say thank you when he buys you a margarita family style at Joe T. Garcia's.
Heck yeah.
Joe T. Garcia's, you should probably sponsor us for giving all this pub. Thank you very much. 22-1. I love Max Homa. Unlike my apologies again, Harris English 33-1. I love him at this place. Great success. And if you look at these guys all the way down the board, these guys have played well here. They have. This is just one of those golf courses that we always talk about all the time. Horses for courses. Nothing fits that mold like this at Colonial Country Club. Harris English fits this mold 33-1. He's coming in some pretty good form. I love him here at 33-1. Brian Harmon 40-1. Listen. He's going to be able to play some good golf, and he's going to be able to go, what do we call it, Fiesta, Texas. He may not be able to get on those rides up there because he's not tall enough to get on those rides up there. But that just takes him away. That's concentrated him on some playing some really good golf this week at Colonial Country Club. Love Brian Harmon as a tactician at 40-1. Ham Sandwich's pick this week. Long shot. Justin Rose 60-1. Loved him last week at the PGA Championship. Loves this place. Does not hit very many foul balls. He keeps it in front of him. 60-1 with the form Justin Rose is on. I love him at 60-1. Get down on some Justin Rose at 60-1. Top 10 picks this week. Mark Hubbard plus 450, coming off the success that he had, some really good form that he had last week. Kind of faltered towards the end there. I think the moment really kind of got over his skis a little bit, but maybe coming down to some comfortability this week at Colonial Country Club, having some success there before. I love Mark Hubbard finishing the top 10 at plus 450. Best putter in the world besides you, Tim, is Denny McCarthy, plus 450. You get Denny McCarthy at plus 450 to finish in that top 10. I don't think he's ready to win. I just don't see enough form for him. Maybe last week helped him, not being worn out from the weather delays and all that. Denny McCarthy on this golf course where no one really knows it. Green complexes are a little bit different. I'm going to take the best putter in the world to make an equalizer of guys that don't know these greens. Love Denny McCarthy at plus 450. 2 top 20 picks this week. Apologize to Lucas Glover again, plus 240. I'm sorry, dude. You're a U.S. Open champion. I should never have to apologize to you. But you love this place. Lucas Glover loves this place. He self-admittingly loves this place. Only place he loves more than this place is Bethpage Black, where he won the U.S. Open.
What's it called?
Bethpage Tim. Bethpage Black. That's where it is. New York.
Muirfield Valley?
Not Muirfield Valley. You can mess these names up more. That's in 2 weeks. Lucas Glover, I apologize. Plus 240. Top 20. And my guy, we haven't heard from him since the last time, but I really think a resurgence of Webb Simpson, plus 450 to finish in that top 20. Pretty good value. Loves this place. Had massive success. He has more top 10 finishes at this place besides Wells Fargo than any place on the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm.
Webb Simpson finishing in the top 20. I love at the value of plus 450. That's what I got this week. Had a couple winners last week. Bounce back. Doing great on our matchups. We are 33, 12, and 6 on our matchups. After last week at the PGA Championship, we're going to have some more matchups this weekend, but I love my picks this week. After a winner last year on Emiliano Grillo.
Finally said it right.
Don't ever say it again.
Finally said it right.
Grillo.
Emiliano Grillo.
Love the picks this week at Colonial. Next week it's the Canadian Open. Back to my home state, back to my home stomping grounds. Week after that at Memorial, we'll be doing some coverage for 97.1 The Fan and be doing some on-course reporting. And then right after that, the U.S. Open.
Man, we have got a full slate of exciting golf coming up here in the next month or so, starting last week. We'll go ahead and move on to this week, the next 2 or 3 weeks here on the PGA Tour. I am excited. I've already forgotten about those other guys being at the PGA Championship that play for that other tour, that Lose Tour. I think it's what it's called, the Lose Tour. So we're done talking about them, even though one of them almost won, and I was kind of pulling for them. But now that that's over, we don't talk about them anymore. But we will be back on Monday right here on FanStream Sports on From the Rough to talk about the winner and Max Homa as the winner, hopefully, of the. I would take him, even if it means I got to lose my.
I would
him.
take Harris English. I want Justin Rose. I mean, I want the odds. I want that
the
6
long
dimes.
shot, right? Yeah, you want the hand
6
sandwich.
dimes.
Well, I mean, if Maxie wins, though, I'm making him pay. Well, either way, I'm making him pay for drinks, but you know how that works.
That's your guy. You're going to see him. You're going to see him this week, regardless. He's going to say
I probably will.
Joe T. Garcia's, or you're going to go to a Rangers game, or you're going to do something this week.
He won't be here that long, but he'll probably wait and fly out Monday afternoon, so we'll have some time either Monday morning.
He's not playing. He's not playing Canada, so he's got some time off.
No, he'll have some time off. We'll be good to go. Maybe I'll have some stories for you on Monday. Right. If we do that, if you're not playing golf in the mud and we actually do a show, we'll have to see.
I got a week off on Monday. We got this Monday off.
Well, that's good. All right. So we will be back indeed on Monday for the recap of the Charles Schwab Challenge at Colonial. It's 5:00 Central Time on fanstreamsports.com, on the FanStream Sports app, on FanStream Sports TV, which is our YouTube channel, Facebook, X, Instagram, wherever you can find us. We are there. We will see you then. And until then, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.